dialogue.
What?
Wait, what?
I believe.
Wait a minute. What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean it tells you nothing about the characters? I literally just fucking went through an entire fucking diatribe rant, right? To explain everything that I'm fucking autistic. I got the fucking Asperger's and the autisms and the shit. And even I picked up on that shit. Oh, you were right! Holy shit! Are you doing that future sight thing again?
Yeah.
You're doing that future thing again.
That was a completely... Well, he doesn't want the dialogue to move the plot forward? No.
So what does he want, right? What does he actually fucking want? Does he want, like, them to be like, hey, you're my best friend. We were having the greatest time of our lives having this walk. Yukimi or whatever. You seem kind of uncomfortable. Why are you uncomfortable? I'm having trouble saying. Hey, look at this. Like, is that what he wants? Like, does he need to have everything explicitly said through dialogue and spelled out for him? Right? Is that actually what he wants?
Nah,
because that to me would be even more unnatural. Like, that would be the, like, people don't fucking speak like that.
Everyone in this scene reacts to things in the same way. The dialogue.
What?
Wait, what?
I believe.
Wait a minute.
My quick interpretation. Here we go. One character says, "Oh, this is kind of delicate." Then suddenly changing the subject.
Changing the subject. Look at the sky. It's so beautiful. And then everyone's like, "Yeah, it is beautiful." But did you notice something there? Wait a minute. I want to go. Let's try live action replay. Nretsew live action replay. Let's go back. Let's go back. Right. Let's try that again. What's the odd one out? Did you notice the odd one out?
Not really. There's
the silver-haired girl.
Yeah, I mean,
silver-haired girl is delayed. It's delayed. No, because this is important, because this is directly countering his bullshit. He's making the claim that all of these characters reacted the exact same way to this distraction of the sky, right? So you have 4 characters in the scene, right? Obviously, the context seems to be, I haven't watched this anime, but so this is all entirely me going off what has been shown as the example, right? So you have 4 characters in the scene. One character is clearly talking to the silver-haired girl, and they're talking about what seems to be a delicate subject for the silver-haired girl. The silver-haired girl is obviously nervous within the scene. She's uncomfortable. She's feeling a little bit out of whack. Suddenly, another character, perhaps a character that's a little bit more, that understands and recognizes the
completely not
of the situation.
Or maybe just ignores.
Yeah. Well, okay, let me continue, right?
Yeah.
Because there are multiple interpretations of this. I'm just going through my thought process, right? So you have another character that seems to be, understands the situation. We don't get to see this character, so we don't know for sure if this is the case. This is just one of the many possible interpretations, which again counters this guy's entire argument. It's going to it completely falls apart, right? So she goes, "Oh, look at the sky." She cuts in and goes, "Oh, look at the sky," right? And all the other characters, the other 2 that are in the scene outside the silver-haired girl, look at the sky, and suddenly the conversation has been redirected from what the sensitive topic that was making the silver-haired girl seem uncomfortable, right? And so the other 3 characters are now having the conversation about, "Oh, wow, the sky, it looks so beautiful. Hey, let's go find a spot where we can look at it better from somewhere else. And you notice that the silver-haired girl's reaction is delayed because she's obviously in an anxiety state, right? And is clearly, her mind is not 100% on what's going on around here until suddenly she does look up at the sky and then gets snapped out of it, right? And then I'm guessing from here they're going to now go and find a spot to look at the sky a little bit better, right? That was just from the information that I was provided. I was able to extrapolate that entire scenario and perfectly understand what's happening in this out of context scene from this random anime. But from this guy's point of view, this is bad dialogue because to him, the dialogue is not directly influencing what's going on. A lot of these clues are visual and contextual clues. They're not just dialogue clues, right? Which, the point being, dialogue is not the only important fucking thing here, right? There are other things happening right now that are important to what's going on. But if you ignore those things, right, then you're missing out on all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So his entire point... I'm going to finish and then I'll let you go. His entire point that all of these characters reacted the same to this this interruption is completely fucking wrong. Because they clearly didn't react the same. So anyway,
my subversive interpretation is that the girl is colorblind, and that she's been hard.
They're talking about the fact that she's colorblind, and then the chick is like, "Fuck yeah, look at the sky, it's so beautiful." And then she looks up at the sky, and she's like, she can't see the colors, and now she's sad.
Yes, that's my subversive and out of context interpretation that this is a scene that she's been hard excluded. These characters are a representation of society that doesn't understand color blindness.
Yeah.
And it can't be one character that reacts the same. No, it has to be a group that excludes her. So it can't be a one character.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, but and this just adds to my point. This just completely demolishes his entire point here because, there are probably other hell. I'm probably completely fucking wrong because if I watched the anime and
I am most certainly that I am wrong. I don't believe my interpretation, but it is.
Yeah,
wrong.
But I'm But I'm saying there's clearly a lot going on here, and you can get a lot of information if you just actually fucking pay attention to what you're watching, and don't just, be an idiot about it. But anyway, let's do some comments and then we'll get back to it. So he says, agreeing with other people. What are you, a comic? Yeah. I think this dude is language blind. I think he expects the characters to have as much passion as the English language would have, even though JP is a softer language. Yeah, could be true. It's basically a girl likely understanding the social group dynamics and changing the subject on purpose to avoid conflict/hurt feelings. And the director obviously wanted that. Yeah, that's my interpretation. Like I said, I would need to know the full context, to know what's going on. But that's just what I extrapolated based on what was shown. I wonder if it's just subtlety be damned moment. Yeah. Granted, I didn't see the Shampoo example that he used for good dialogue. The example he used from Shampoo is literally just a character going, "Hey, we're gonna flip a coin, and if the coin is my way, you guys have to come with me." And then the guy takes the coin and throws it.
Yeah, because he also used
That's what he thinks good dialogue is, right?
He flashed Monogatari. He was talking about romance anime, and he flashed a bit of Bakemonogatari. And I wouldn't call that a romance anime, but whatever.
Yeah,
Bakemonogatari is dialogue. It's the one thing that the anime is. It's a slideshow to have more dialogue. It's the thing it's praised for. I mean, you can have a different opinion, but at least explain what you kind of mean by... Because it's funny dialogue, witty banter, all that is Bakemonogatari. So...
Well,
I don't get
I
you.
guess to move on. Like he's just fucking wrong. But let's continue.
Everyone in this scene reacts to things in the same way. The dialogue tells you nothing about the characters.
What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean it tells you nothing about the characters? I literally just fucking went through an entire fucking diatribe rant, right? To explain everything that I'm fucking autistic. I got the fucking Asperger's and the autisms and the shit. And even I picked up on that shit. Right?
I don't think it's reasonable
Come
to
on!
expect that you can get any real characterization out of that.
Exactly, yeah.
We're
like I had to fucking pull a lot of that out of my ass, right? Like I'm just fucking like grabbing at what I can grab to manage to fucking extrapolate that. But even so, it's like it's still there. You know, like what?
I mean, for a characterization within a minute, remember Kill la Kill, the intro scene of Gamagori, right?
Yeah.
Gamagori comes into the classroom, is huge, and talks about the student law, and the teacher bows down to him, and he talks about the traitor or whatever. Traitor finds out, blah blah blah. Gamagori, he runs away. Gamagori laughs. Gamagori is big, imposing, powerful, authoritative. Throws the guy around, blah blah. Oh no, I got the power. Try it out. Oh no, Gamagori is still super duper powerful. And blah blah blah. Oh look, it's Satsuki, the bigger boss. Hey, he's subservient to her. He calls out that everybody should bow down to her. Hey, we know now what Gamagori kind of character is. That is the characterization within a minute. That one conversation, not even a conversation, is not enough for characterization.
Yeah, you get the basics beats, but you haven't gotten the full story.
Yeah.
Right? You get the basic idea, but and even with the example he showed, right? It's like I don't know anything about these characters. I don't even know their fucking names. You know, I don't know their names. I don't know anything about who they are or what their motivations are, what their personalities are. But even just from that little scene, I'm able to at least make some educated assumptions, right, about what these characters are. Just because it's not like spelled out explicitly, right? Which is weird because that's almost what I feel like he wants. He wants things to be just like explicitly spelled out to him like he's 5. You know, it's very weird. So yeah, a group of high school teens having synced reactions. What a crazy thing! It never happens, Ellie. And it's not like that. It's not like someone says, "Hey, look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane.
Bruh.
It's bruh.
Bruh.
Bruh. You know, like it's not like that ever happens ever when a group of people are like doing something. You know,
never.
Like, come on. Never happens.
Dialogue should move the plot forward naturally, but here the sudden inclusion of the girl saying the sky is pretty is really unnatural and is purely there to force the plot forward, in an unnatural way of showing the main girl can't see colour and how that makes—
Oh, you were right! Holy shit! You doing that future sight thing again.
Yeah.
You're doing that future thing again.
That was a completely... Well, he doesn't want this dialogue to move the plot forward.
But here's the thing, right? Here's the interesting thing. Even though I didn't have that context and I didn't know that, I still picked up on the fact that obviously the topic of discussion was making the girl uncomfortable. So there's obviously something going on. Yeah, there's obviously something going on, right? That tells me as the viewer, hey, this girl is obviously anxious about something. She's uncomfortable about something. The other girl wants to change the subject to something else, right?
And then
so
he thought in a very thoughtless... So, assumption number 3, because apparently I'm perfect at future prediction. If they were talking about her color blindness, and girl who mentions the sky wants a difference in opinion And she does that by looking at the sky and pointing out the sky, not knowing that it's another sore point, right?
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. 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 It's very yes, he still didn't get the get to get to the change scene even knowing the story. Yeah, it's really weird. And he's like, it doesn't move the plot forward. To me, it does move the plot
No, he
forward.
said it forcefully and unnaturally moves the plot forward.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, but I don't get that though. Like, I literally don't. Yeah, natural versus unnatural thing. Yeah, like I don't fucking see that. To me, that seems like a normal interaction that would happen between characters or people, for that matter. Right? It doesn't seem unnatural to me at all. So, all right, let's see what he has to say. Maybe he'll explain himself better.
Makes her sad and unique. And from this interaction, I wouldn't believe that they were friends or wanted to be around each other.
Those three would be around each other. They like each other enough to go together to a place to look at the sky.
The sky, yeah. This is so fucking autistic. I'm sorry, I don't have any other way to describe it. Like, he's being so autistic right now. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't. Like, this feels like he doesn't understand how humans interact, which again is ironic coming from me, right? Like, he's fucking.
You should ask me. I am the expert, apparently.
Yeah, the diagnosed autist, right, is the one that has to explain human interaction. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god! All right.
Because they're not bouncing off of each other, it's not a natural progression.
What do you mean bouncing off each other?
It's the point that they aren't. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, what the fuck is? Listen, I'm not a media literacy person. I hate that meme, right? But this man needs to get some fucking media literacy. Like, what the? How can you watch that scene even without the context and come to this conclusion? This is ridiculous.
Nah, like I said, the uncomfortableness is the point. Her being excluded is the point.
Yeah, exactly. She feels left out. She feels like and she can't like express. She's having trouble expressing it. She can't express. Oh, I'm colorblind. I can't see this guy. She doesn't have a way in which to properly communicate that to her peers, and it's causing her uncomfort. And that's what the director is trying to convey to the audience, right? Hey, this girl is uncomfortable with the situation. Right, but he has completely ignored that and doesn't understand or empathize with that feeling of being uncomfortable. Right, there's this weird disconnect going on here. Let's continue.
It gives no reason for these people to like each other when dialogue should be used to convince you that characters enjoy being with each other.
No.
So what does he want? Right? What does he actually fucking want? Does he want like them to be like, hey, you're my best friend. We were having the greatest time of our lives having this walk. Yukimi or whatever. You seem kind of uncomfortable. Why are you uncomfortable? I'm having trouble saying. Hey, look at this. Like, is that what he wants? Like, does he need to have everything explicitly said through dialogue and spelled out for him? Right? Is that actually what he wants?
Nah,
because that to me would be even more unnatural. Like, that would be people don't fucking speak like that.
The clips that he showed don't really help because they're lacking content so much. It's by pure chance that I guessed that she was colorblind, and that he doesn't. If he wants to explain why this scene is bad, he failed completely because we didn't get any context for the scene and not any setup with any characterization beforehand.
I don't think the scene was bad at all. It conveyed like the feelings that it felt like it wanted to convey, right? It didn't fail to send the message, right? Regardless of context. So Not everything has to be about moving the plot. Sometimes these things are there to like showcase a vibe or send a feeling to the audience, right? It doesn't always have to be like a straight arrow moving forward, right? Sometimes it's okay to take a breather. Just
And be
fucking
uncomfortable for a moment.
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Good dialogue also leaves room for interpretation. Emotions shouldn't.
I'm having a blue screen. I'm having a fucking breakdown moment right now because it's like he's fucking living in an alternate fucking reality because everything he's saying is exactly what that scene did. It's what that scene did. Ellie, we both had different interpretations, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously you had a different guess about like the context or whatever with the colorblindness, and you were correct on that, right? But we both came to somewhat different conclusions.
But does
based on that one fucking bit of dialogue.
I just disagree.
So what
with
the fuck is he?
I disagree with the premise that we need to have different interpretation on the dialogue. That good dialogue.
Yeah, you don't even. You don't even need to. You don't need to have different interpretations of the dialogue either. Like the dialogue could be as simple as like, this is what they said. There's no way to interpret it any way else. It doesn't need to. You don't need that. But I'm just saying that I'm still like stuck in that example of the fucking colorblind girl, right? Because it's so. Because everything he's saying that should be what good dialogue is exactly what that scene had. So what the fuck is he complaining about?
Weird.
Yeah, like what? I'm confused as to what does he want? Does he want everything to be explicitly explained to him in the most bland fucking, like every single minute detail must be spoken out loud by a character? Or does he want it to be open for interpretation and for things to be left, hanging and there to be different ways that you could do? Like, what does he actually fucking want? He's being very schizophrenic right now. He's being... yeah. The simplest thing is that he's tone deaf. I agree. I think there's something going on here. I don't want to be too insulting, but it's like, come on.
Hard to hear with a cardboard cereal box on his hand.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. When he said the problem with bad dialogue, it was being too vague and all. Yeah,